Good day to all. This is Glenn D. Andrews, Glenn with two N's. Also, Heroes and Kings, but mainly it's Glenn's Word. And my first presentation will drop for Glenn's Word. Just kind of give you a little snippet of my background, what I have observed, and just my opinion and observation. As I said before, grew up in Southern California, went to Morehouse, MBA, Six Sigma, married almost 30 years, two kids who are in PWI. My daughter just graduated from Arizona State, son about to finish at Oregon. So the academics are strong. Was an athlete, but very good and very smart academically. Grew up in an area called Southeast San Diego. And coming to Atlanta, going to Morehouse, going to corporate America, having blue collar jobs, having white collar jobs has afforded me, and travel, and meeting people, and just getting a wealth of experience and knowledge over this last 52 years. And so right now, manage a gym, personal trainer, health coach, life coach, nutrition coach, have an apparel store that is Heroes and Kings. I'm an author. I have my own titles, as well as I like to do creative stuff with my daughter, who's a journalist, photographer, videographer, and take some of her stuff, and just her artwork, and put it on covers and put it on some of the gear that we have. And man, there's just so much that I do. I'm trying to think of it all. Do these right here. It's just beginning with YouTube, and been doing Spotify and Anchor for about 3 years. Just whatever thought come to my mind, and just going with it, and just based on some of the things I am observing within the Black community and outside of the Black community. And something has happened in the last 2 years that I've heard in quotes that can't be done, but I've been doing it, and showing respect to ancestors and showing respect to historical individuals. Moving forward 2023 and going into the future, there are some paradigms and thought processes and some theories and anecdotes that have to be questioned. The Constitution has to be questioned. They say all men are created equal. I think that's a lie. I outwork most folks that I'm around. In most situations, I'm the smartest person in the room. But there's a quote by Frederick Douglass, and I want to get it correctly. Frederick Douglass, as great as he was in his time, there's no debate about his pursuit of freedom and justice for those that were in the slave trade, which are folks in my family that I know for a fact. But as a trainer of trainers, a trainer of men and women, being a manager, I was in banking and I was a manager. In supply chain, I was a hazard shipper, labeler, inspector, and sometimes supervising a group of men. The quote, let me find it, because At first, I kind of believed it, but now, with my experiences and what I have done, I respectfully disagree. So, Frederick Douglass, the Frederick Douglass quote was, "It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." And the claim is about where you want to invest your time. If you want to change the world through education, you only have so much energy and resources. He was clearly saying that you should focus on the children. Presumably, children are more adaptable and flexible with less baggage and less stuff going on. I respectfully disagree. Respectfully. And I say this because as a trainer, coach, manager of men and women, and I've raised 2 kids, Morehouse teaches us leadership. And any issue you have at the bottom is because of what is going on at the top. And what I mean by that, if you have a problem in the school, it's probably the issue of the principal, assistant principal, and you come down the chain of command. When you have a problem in an organization, you're looking at the CEO, CFO, assistant vice president, and you just come down the chain of command. So any problem you have at the lower level it's because of the top level. And how I direct that at Frederick Douglass quote about it's easier to build strong children than it is broken men. The fact that he possibly couldn't or didn't see the need at that time to repair what he said were broken men was a lack of leadership. From a street vernacular perspective, it's like game knows game. And as we have individuals who are coming out of prison, we have what's going on in our communities right now, we have what is happening in 2023 with black, female, and male relationships. That quote from Frederick Douglass, the problem with the quote is there's a lack of leadership and there's a lack of individuals who, when they go around trying to teach, manage, coach, mentor, and lead, they're not authentic, they're not leaders, they're not honest, they're not sincere, and those individuals that they're trying to direct, they peep game. They got the vibration, they got the frequency, and it's off. I will dare say I've had no problem teaching men, teaching women, even some who have failed through the cracks. I'm of the thought of you never punch down. If you are who you say you are, grown man, grown woman, leader, captain, mentor, coach, manager, CEO, supervisor, then you need to be that to the core. But everybody, every human being, if you are the one that can make that connection, and if you have the ability to make that connection, you never know how you will affect change on another individual in a positive way. So, that quote by Frederick Douglass, it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. My name is Glenn Andrews, Morehouse man, MBA, Six Sigma, married, coach, manager, trainer, Renaissance man, apotheosis, respectfully disagree.